Hi everybody, happy Friday and welcome to Friday Knit Night. My name is Sarah and welcome. As I already said, this is episode number 5, I think, and today is May the 8th, 2020. And yeah, so this is typically, if you're new here, this is my booktube channel. This is where I talk 85% of the videos that I do are about reading and what I'm reading and other things reading related. But I do like talking about my crafting and the things that I'm kind of doing. So that's why I do these videos on Fridays. Made them separate so people who aren't interested don't have to watch. But anyway, I just kind of go over what I've been crafting or what I've been knitting in this case during the week. And that's about it. So this is going up a little bit later than normal. Normally I have the video up by this time, but it's 7:30 already. So slightly delayed today. I do apologize. I am filming in a bit of a different location. You guys are used to seeing my bookshelves behind me. But we did just move and we're still trying to get things set up in the other room. It's a bit of a mess and my books aren't here yet and things like that. We're slowly kind of moving over the next few weeks. So it'll still be 2 or 3 weeks before I have my usual background of my bookcases behind me. But for now, this is going to have to work. So it's our bedroom. And yeah, I just kind of got like the bedside table moved with books piled on top of it with my camera. It's all very professional, you guys. So anyway, how you been? I'm really tired, which is why this is going up a bit later than normal. You know, Garrett and I have been stopping at the apartment, the old place, and trying to pack stuff up, and it's very, very stressful. You know, emotions are running high right now for a lot of people, so for us. So yeah, it's a thing. And I'm sorry about the sun. I think next week I might switch so I'm facing the window. But there's nothing on Garrett's side. It's just like a blank wall right now. Whereas on my side, I've got one of my knitting bags hung up and my picture. And this picture of the 2 black cats over my shoulder, a coworker that I worked with like 12 years ago, she made that for me. And it's really, really cute. I think it came from a kit. So we're going to have to hang it properly. But just for now, we've kind of got it up there. Just put something on the walls. You know what I mean? So yeah. So anyway, what have I been knitting this week? So I do have a bit more than just the socks and the blanket that I've been showing you guys for the last 2 weeks. I got a bit more crafting done on something else. So that something else is actually a baby sweater. The company that I used to work for that I left in January, my manager there, she had a baby in March. And I knew about the baby back in the fall. Of course, she told the whole department that she was pregnant and would be going on maternity leave in March. And when I went down in October, I actually beforehand had knit her a baby sweater and brought it to her. So another coworker that I'm in touch with, she contacted me and she asked me if I would knit the same sweater for her. I think it's her grandson or her great nephew or something like that. And I said, absolutely. So she like offered to pay me, and I've never knit something for payment. Like, you know, I've never done that before. I knit things because I want to knit them. And, you know, if I start taking payment for them in a way, because of the amount of work a lot of these things are involved in, a lot of this, it then starts to feel like a job, and I don't want it to feel that way. And it's just a baby sweater. If it was an adult size XXX sweater or something, I might rethink that. I'd probably actually say no. But a little baby sweater, I'm happy to do. Like a hat, a baby sweater, things like that are fine. But I don't usually do commission work, essentially. So I told her, I said, no. I said, pay me for my supplies and for the cost of shipping it, because she's in the States. And she said, thank you so much, and blah, blah, blah. So I sent her some pictures of the yarns that I had available, because of course nothing's really open right now for me to go out and buy yarn. And luckily I have a very large stash of yarn that she can pick from. So she picked this one. This is a Knit Picks yarn. Oh, I should show you the pattern. So I've already knit this baby sweater before. This is my second, I think it's my 3rd time knitting it, actually, because I knit it for my cousin's little girl. Then I knit it for my manager. Now I'm knitting it for this other woman. And this pattern is great. It's a free pattern, you guys. That's why I love it so much. So there it is. It's called the Baby Sophisticate. Isn't that delightful? So when I knit it for my manager, it was in gray. And it looks like it's in gray here, of course, because it's in black and white. But I did knit it in a gray color. For my cousin's daughter, I knit the whole thing in pink. But then the collar, like around here, and then around like the bottom and the end of the sleeves, like down here, this part, I knit in this really pretty teal blue. So it was a pink and a blue. It was really, really cute. But you could absolutely, like, you know, do whatever you want with this. It's a super easy sweater to knit. So I started this yesterday. I was knitting away on it and I thought, this is getting awfully big. Like, I don't understand. Well, it turns out I read the pattern wrong. Third time I've knit at night, and I always should know better than to double check the pattern. And so I had to recast it on, and this is what I've done over the course of an hour. So it is a cardigan, so this is like around the neck. And yeah, so that's about as far as I've gotten. This is 100% wool, which is what I typically don't like doing for baby sweaters. But from what I gather is the mother is incredibly careful with a lot of these kind of things. Like, you know what I mean? So this is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, and the colorway is called Bluebird. Will that focus? There we go. So there is the yarn that I'm using. And yeah, so I'm enjoying this so far. It's nice to have something a little bit different to knit on. And I'm hoping actually to have that done by next Friday. I promise I will not pop it. They're in no rush for it either. Like, you know, they'd like it before the kid gets into college. But, you know, it's not like they said we need it by the end of next week, which is great. And also, I'm not doing commission knitting on a time constraint. Just because. So, yeah, no, but I should definitely have it done by next Friday. So I'll happily show it to you guys. So the other thing that I've been working on, of course, are my socks in my Alice in Wonderland bag. And these are my Cheshire socks, as I call them. And my friend Mandy messaged me last week, I guess, after she saw this. And she pointed out, because I was saying, like, Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire, like, this Cheshire Cat, the Disney version. And my friend Mandy believes that the Cheshire that they're referring to is from the Tim Burton movie, which I have never seen. And I know Tim Burton's a lot darker. And so that makes sense. So that's where I was last week, and that's how much I've gotten done. About a repeat of the pattern, it looks like. But I'm actually using, can you see it? I'm using my Cheshire Cat stitch marker. Because why not? So yeah, so I'm knitting these on a US 1, and I'm enjoying them. They're fun to knit. You know, I talked about these needles last week. I really don't have much more to say on them. They do tend to, like, not hurt my hands, but they're a little bit more fiddly, but I'm enjoying, because like I've told a lot of people, like, if you ask a group of knitters or you ask knitters, like, are you a process knitter or a progress knitter? Meaning, do you enjoy the actual knitting, but you could care less about the finished item? Or do you just knit to get the finished item? I am both. I like having the finished item and I like working on it, right? So, you know, I have to enjoy the process of knitting them. And yeah, but I'm enjoying these. I'm getting, you know, some missed stitches or some, you know, it's not, you can't tell from this angle. I can see it. There's like some of the stitches are really, really wonky along the sides. But I just need more practice with these. That's pretty much it. I'm just not going to say, oh, this isn't, you know, if it stops becoming fun, then I'll stop knitting on them. But right now I'm enjoying those needles. And like I said, I showed them to you guys last week, but in case you are new, let me see. Where's the needle? There it is. So that's what they look like. So it's double points, but they've got this like flexible cable in the middle. And so yeah, so you just knit like the front of the sock on this and then the back of the sock on the other needle. They're very cool. They're called Flexi Flips. And I like them, but they're a little bit getting used to like the way you hold your knitting needles, right? And then the last thing I want to show you guys, this is going to be a really quick video. Sorry, I just finished dinner. I'm tired. I've got a headache. I'm happy it's the weekend. Garrett's off all weekend, which is super fantastic. So, the blanket. Here it is in all of its glory. I got the 4 squares. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6 squares added into it that I had meant to this week. So that's the square that I put in last. That's the last one you guys saw. So I added this one up here. I added this one. Oh, I keep meaning to bring this. I was wearing these socks the other day. I keep meaning to bring these out to show you the finished pair of socks. I'll try and remember for next time, I promise. I added this blue square in, this Christmas one in. So both of these are socks that I have. This one in, and this one in right here. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, so I don't know what I'm up to now. I'd have to recount, but guys, I am really super pleased that I'm keeping up with this and adding like a square per book that I'm finishing. I am more than halfway done this row at this point. So that's very, very exciting. So I'm hoping, we shall see, by the end of the summer to get this row done. So this is half the width of the blanket. That's half. It's folded in half. So yeah, so it's huge, absolutely huge. And I love it to pieces. It's so cozy and so warm. And it's just, isn't it beautiful? It's like a quilt, isn't it? That's what I love about it, is that it's knitted, but it looks like a quilt. Oh, I cannot wait till this is done and we'll lay on our bed, which will be in about 5 or 10 years. And the last thing, of course, you guys, are going to be opening my minis. So since we were in the middle of like moving and stuff like that, I had to put what do you call them? The envelopes somewhere. So bear with. Am I missing one? I'm trying to think of the first book that I finished this week. And I'm missing one. I'll be right back, you guys. Sorry about that, you guys. So as I was saying, because we were moving, I decided to keep all the minis, like the envelopes that I pull out of the big bag, which sits behind me. All of the ones, I put it together at the beginning of every month. I put all the envelopes together and write all the book titles on them, and I stick them in that bag that's over my shoulder, the one that says, I learned how to knit in prison. Which is one of my favorite bags. I saw somebody carrying one at a festival, and I messaged my sister-in-law and I showed it to her. She made it for me for Christmas. I've never been to prison. Never, 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 never. But I just thought the bag is awesome. So anyway, so I've been putting them in this other bag that I have. I'm finding all these bags now that we're moving, you know what I mean? And I bought this one at Joann Fabrics. God, 2 years ago now. And I just thought it was so cute. It says, procrastinating, verb 1, to defer all other activities besides knitting, which is super cute. So I just put them in here, and then I can have them ready, sort of, if I remember to pull them out of the big bag, to show you guys. So these are not in the order, I don't think these are in the order that I read the books in, but of course stay tuned for my weekly reading vlog so you can see which books I did finish this week. So starting off with, let me see here, if I can remember, I think this is the first one that I finished, was Waiting for Tom Hanks. This would have been in last week's reading vlog because I finished it on Saturday, I think. So let's see what the first yarn is here. Ooh, pretty. Look at that one, you guys. That's kind of neat, isn't it? Oh, that's going to look really neat in the blanket. I got a couple like this already, so not this exact color, but this kind of like a style where the two yarns, the two colors, come on, the two colors are like twisted around each other. So that's kind of different, eh? So we got that one. And then I think I finished Playing for Keeps by Jill Shalvis. Put the garbage in there so we can throw it all out. Oh, this one is Showstopper Metamorphosis is the colorway, and it's 5.4 grams. That's a neat color too, isn't it? It's like greens and purples, yellows. Very pretty. I like it. That'll be interesting. And then we have, I think it was Certified Cowboy, and this was by Rita Herron. So there we go. That in there. Oh, well, we gotta wind up. That's pretty. It's a silver, a gray silver sparkle. Very, very pretty. Very nice. And then I finished a Babysitter's Club book, and I enjoyed it a lot. And that was Mallory on Strike. Oh, I missed another one. I read Redemption Bay this week too. I'll have to grab it and come back. Hold on. Let me show you these other ones first. So finish Mallory on Strike. Ooh. Oh, this one's gorgeous, you guys. Look at this. Isn't that like great summer colors? Oh, I love it. I have no idea what yarn this is, but it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I love that so much. Awesome. And then the second last one. Kind of wish I didn't hang the bag back up now. The Heart of Devon McCade by Nora Roberts. This is a book that was not on my TBR. It was an extra one that I ended up reading. And what do we got here? Ooh, pretty. Christmas. Very nice. Very nice. So let me go and grab Redemption Bay, and I'll be right back. And I'm back again. So, Redemption Bay by Rayanne Thayne, which I really enjoyed, you guys. Super cute. Ooh, green. Very nice. Very nice. So, there are all the yarns that are going to go into the blanket this week. So what do we got here? 3, 6. 6 more are going to go into the blanket this week. Very exciting. So yeah, so that's all I got, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you've been crafting on anything and maybe what you've been doing, you know, now that we all kind of have a bit of, not extra downtime, but, you know, I hope things are good for you and your family and everything like that. So yeah, I will talk to you next week for another bit of knitting. Let's hope I have a bit more than, let's hope I have a finished baby sweater. That'll be fantastic. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Talk to you then.